Hi guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Good morning, Wednesday. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1994, the first free multiracial elections in South Africa began. Over 22 million people voted, and Nelson Mandela was declared the winner. He served one term, bringing about huge changes, not least beginning the process of dismantling apartheid.
Hi guys, I think everybody is entitled to free speech. I think everybody is entitled to walk the streets, whatever colour, race, whatever. I don't, you get bullied in this world for anything. You can just, a spot can erupt on your nose, right? And there's nothing you can do about it if you've got nothing to cover that spot up. And you walk out and you just brave it. I've got a spot on my nose, fuck it, I'm going outside. But people will pick up on it. They will pick up on it. So if someone can laugh at a spot that it will go away eventually, what about someone living with a facial disfigurement? So if people laugh at somebody that's got a spot on their nose or a small scar, what about people that have got facial disfigurements? There's a load of people out there that will not go out at all because they are bullied. I personally, when I walk down the street, I'm not eyeballing people's faces. I don't look at people's faces. Do you know, I look more at their shoes than I do their faces. I don't go, because I suppose it's natural for kids because they're small, aren't they? And looking at people, laughing, and especially when they've had a dose of weed, everything is funny, right? But I don't think people realise how hurtful it is. I think if we had more schools that integrated normal children with disfigurements and disabilities, maybe it would become more acceptable. And some children are really, really nice and they're very, very helpful. I fell over in the co-op and knocked something over and some schoolboys picked it up for me. Now you get some really, really, really nice young people, don't you, that care about people, and then you can get the other kind of person that just encourages hate and bullying. But just remember that when you've got a spot and you think that's bad, what about people that have got facial disfigurements and they can't get rid of their disfigurement, they've got it for life. Now, disfigurements you can be born with, such as a birthmark, which you can cover up with makeup, but I believe that you should show your flaws, and every birthmark is precious. It's your mark, it's you. I think a birthmark can be brilliant, right? It's unique. It's your special personal thing, and look at it that way. I've been bullied all my life, right? My family was extremely poor, and my parents were not the best of parents. My mum suffered from a mental health illness, and she was also suffering domestic abuse from my dad. My dad was an alcoholic, he smoked, and he was an abuser. More than one abuse. He hit, he was sexually abusive, he was a really nasty, vulgar, violent man. And I didn't pay much attention to my teeth, right? I didn't. I spent a lot of my time scared and afraid, hiding in cupboards and under the stairs in case my father would come home and beat me. So I didn't take special care of my teeth. When I went to visit my nan and granddad, my nan used to take me to sweet shops, and buy me sweets, and she even used to put whiskey in my tea, alcohol in a child's tea. My nan was also a thief. She stole things and she taught me how to steal. So already I was on a bad start to life when I was a little kid. So my teeth just were rotten by the time I was 12 years old. 12 years old. My life was shitty. I was being abused by my dad. My mum couldn't look after herself, let alone me. She tried to, don't get me wrong, but she was always asleep with diazepam and shit that they used to give mental ill patients, didn't they? And my mum just used to sleep on the sofa all day. So my teeth were fucked by the time I was 12, and I regret it now. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was just circumstances, and I was born into poverty. And I had parents that really couldn't even look after themselves, let alone a child. So my teeth were fucked by the time I was 12. This tooth didn't twist until I was at secondary school. I fell over and broke my tooth, and it twisted. So they repaired the corner of the tooth, but the tooth just twisted. It twisted. And that's a bad start. I think my nose was broken when I was 9 years old. My dad was violent, and I got punched on the nose by my father. And I think he broke my nose. When he was alive, I was afraid to confront him and tell him that. But my father, I believe, broke my nose. So I had a broken nose, a twisted tooth, and it's just funny, isn't it? Orc, Bugs Bunny, it's these childish fucking shit. There'd be kids in my class, large, big ears. I wouldn't go around saying, gremlin, jug ears, because I'm not like that. When you come face to face with a person, you look them over. And you might think things, but you don't come out with it, do you? Hello, Mum.
Hello, I'm not very well today, Ness.
No, you said you wasn't well yesterday. What's the matter?
It is my stomach.
Your tummy?
And when you try and get up off the bed, out of bed,
Yes.
which has been happening to me for a long time now, my muscles. When you try and lift your arm up,
Yes.
and your legs as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, not to work. I'll soon get over it, but I'm just saying I'm not feeling very well.
I told you, Mum, that, if you think you need help,
Yeah.
just...
I think we're both going to have to come to the conclusion that we might have to live together, don't you?
I think so, Mum, but they'll have to adapt it.
Eventually, we won't be just yet.
No, but they'll have to adapt. If you come and live here, they'll have to adapt the property for disability.
And my clothes, I've got the clothes that fit me. I've got no clothes that fit me. Now I'll be going through them.
Well, you've lost
My
the...
jeans are all going. I don't know where they're going.
Mum, I just think you're just getting older, Mum, and you just need to rest.
Yeah.
You need to
I have
rest.
to start a fresh photo with new different things, yeah?
Yes, Mum, you need
The
to
right
rest.
size, because I know where I've actually got quite a bit of weight, haven't I?
Yes, Mum, that's what it is.
Yeah. I'm sorry I run you later, but
That's right, you just need to rest, Mum. Rest and relax and just
Yeah.
take it easy. You don't need to do anything really, do you? Because you're on your own.
different things that have to be sorted out, paperwork and the taxes are coming through now. There's tax forms thing I've been through and different things. I just can't,
No, I mean, if you need help with filling in forms, I can help you.
Well, no, they'll have to do it for both of us, won't they? The honest,
Yes, Mum, yes.
assistance, I'm going to need assistance and you're going to need assistance to help me.
Okay, Mum, that's
That's
true.
right, is that the right thing?
Yes, that's true.
And I said absolutely the right thing, yeah?
Yes, you
So
have.
we sort it out. Other than that,
to hoover or anything like that, just
Yeah.
ask. Just ask me.
Yeah, okay then. The thing is, would you like to come up on Saturday?
Yes, Mum. Yes.
It would give you a bit of a break as well, would it be? I want to do it two sides. It's helping you as well, isn't it?
It does help me.
It does, that's good. And it was good to see you, you know?
And you, Mum. Now rest,
Yeah,
go.
we all have our little phase of that, but you know, we're family, aren't we?
Yes, and people get, when they're not well, I do. I get irritable when I'm not well.
And I've always been well, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
This is where it hits everyone with me because I've always been well. No one's ever.
No, Mum, will you have a rest, yeah? You go and rest yourself.
Yeah.
You don't need to work for other people, just rest yourself.
Oh, she's knocking on the door. Shall I put the phone down? And I'll see you on Saturday, but I'll give you a ring later on.
All right, Mum. Yeah,
All right, then,
yeah.
take care.
And you, Mum.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. My mum's neighbour was knocking on the door, so she's gone off. So my mum called and she's had to go and talk to her neighbour. Her neighbour was knocking on the door. No one knocks on my door. Only bogus takeaways. Right, so I'm going to have my Actimel, finish this video, take Max for a walk, and I've actually forgotten what I was actually talking about. Oh, facial disfigurements. As I said, it's bad enough going outside with just like a spot on your nose, but people with facial disfigurements suffer prejudice and absolute evil behaviour from people walking down the street because they're different. And to me, anyone that's different is beautiful. And remember that anyone that's got a disfigurement, there's something wrong with you, that you think you are beautiful to me. Okay? I don't judge anybody, I'll speak to anybody, and that's the way I am. And facial disfigurements, God has given you strength and courage. Because to cope with bullies that are disgusting, selfish, abusive and horrible people, you are brave. Each and every one of us that suffers abuse and bullying is brave. And that's all you say to yourself every day. And you walk past it like the beautiful person that you are. See you later.